What's going on, guys? Happy to be here. Gonna do a little, United stand style watch along. Figured that this is a great idea. Get the chance to have everybody, like if you've got MUTV, which just so you know, that is the way that we will be watching this match. Is I have MUTV. I've got it up on my TV here, and we're just gonna watch the game together. If you've got MUTV, let's watch this U23 match together. It's going to be fun. I'm watching Tahith Chong warm up right now. It's going to be just a fun time. Real fun time. So, happy to – wow, 4 people already in here. 30-some odd seconds in. So, happy to have you guys. Honestly, like this is going to be fun to do this. Like, you get the chance to see our kids. Like, it's something that not a lot of people like actually talk about. We do have some fantastic youth talent, so it's going to be fun to see. Jamie, good to see you in here, man. So just so you guys know, starting lineup came out. We've got Kovar in goal, Warren on the right, Reagan Poole and Roshan Williams as our center backs, O'Connor on the left. Then Buffon, Wellen, and Hamilton, and in their midfield. And then we've got Chong, we've got Chong on the right, Dearnley in the middle, and then Barlow on the left. So this is going to be a fun time, guys. Just so you guys know, I also saw from the Black Friday deals that Manchester United are doing that you can actually get MUTV for 25% off for the entire weekend. For the entire year, and I want to double check on this before I actually give you the numbers, but I'm almost positive that for the entire year to watch and to have MUTV for 365 days, I think it was $29.99. So I don't know that. I'm going to try and find that. It's either $29.99 or it was $39.99. But either way, to get 25% off, and you can watch all the U23 games. You get tons of extra coverage that's in there. Yesterday I watched the Crystal Palace game last year where we won 4-0. I actually did a little bit of other things on the channel because there is stuff that's on demand. I watched a whole bunch of different stuff, but funny enough, the last time I watched the Manchester United U23s, which was they played the last time almost 3 weeks ago at this point. They got their butts kicked by Newcastle, so that was unfortunate. Mark Curtis, what's going on, man? Chris, good to see you in here. And Mr. Exclusive, good to see you in here. I'm excited to do this. They're gonna be starting the match directly at 7 p.m. your guys' time, and it's going to be at let's see, it's 11:41 right now, so noon my time. That's when the match starts. So we're going to just talk about the match, man. It's going to be fun. Yeah. So Mark Curtis, the team news is in. So we have Kovar in goal. Warren is on the right. Poole and Williams are in the middle. O'Connor is on the left. And then a midfield 3 of Buffon, Wellen, and Hamilton is our midfield 3. And then we've got Chong on the right, Dearnley in the middle, and Barlow on the left. So unfortunately, Chong is the only people of the big names that's playing today. Angel Gomez and Mason Greenwood are both not going to be here to be in the game today. The only other kind of big name guy that is available for the U23s today, I guess, would be Josh Boy, which I guess Roshan Williams is kind of a big name. Of quite a few people know who Roshan Williams is. So it'll be good to see another possible center back that we could have. Let's see. Yeah, Mark, it does suck that there is no Greenwood. I was hoping that he was going to be in the lineup today, or at least if not him, then Chong. But it is what it is. I have 50 quid on Fulham winning PL next season. That's funny. Honestly, do it. Do it. Happy Thanksgiving, Doug. Good to see you in here. You're getting money for winning trophies. You feel like they're trying, sorry, so Mr. Scoops, do you feel like they're trying too hard to make people spend money? I feel like it's begging. Mr. Scoops, that's possible. But in fairness, MUTV like is something that you get the women's games, you get the U23 games, you get the U18 games. So I mean, there is a lot of games that you get for MUTV on top of other things. So I mean, really, it's kind of cool. It is kind of cool. That's funny, George. Yeah, I know, right, J Hart? Honestly, so I mean, those comments today that Mourinho had, they were kind of upsetting. They were a little upsetting. So, funny enough, with now that I'm thinking with Claudio Ranieri at Fulham, let's do it. Let's all combine our money. Let's combine our money, and we'll put like $1,000 bet on Fulham to win the Premier League next year. What do you guys think? You in? You in? With MUTV is petty. Yeah, I mean, Mark, I mean, thank God I at least have to have the TV muted, right? He's been, I mean, Doug, he has been. He has been. Yeah, Chris, Claudio is a legend, legit legend. And I'm really excited to watch Tahith Chong today. I mean, he's the guy that I think a lot of us talk about is like the possible future for Manchester United on the right wing, possibly even a replacement going into next year, depending on if we have a new manager in. Please. So, I mean, I think that he could play on the right wing next year for us. Jay Hart, I mean, that's fair. And then George Kyle with the none of these youth defenders can replace the best defender of all time, Chris Smalling. Exactly, George. Exactly. Last year winning the Premier League was the only time I've not hated it. You know what, George? That's a really great way to put it. I mean, I kind of agree with you. Leicester winning was such a cool story. Such a cool story. Because, like, I mean, there was all the news about, like, people putting, like, I think there was a girl that put a 100-pound bet on and at the 5,000 to 1 odds, and she won, like, 50 grand. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. So, yeah, Jay Hart, it really was a Cinderella story. It really was. For us, it's good, but it made me feel like United rather beg people to buy watch more. Oh, Jesus, Mr. Exclusive. Yeah, Doug, honestly, that's true. I mean, Leicester City really did make us all believe that something special was able to happen. Matthew, it's all good, man. I'm just happy you're able to maybe be in the live comments a little bit. It'd be good to get some comments from you if you're able to, but I know everything that went down, you kind of you kind of got a lot to do. So you're all good, dude. Chong needs a haircut before I idolize him. Too much like Fellaini, Mark? Too much like Fellaini? The Leicester City, like, they really did. They really did make everybody believe that it was possible. Like, that was the coolest thing. Well, I mean, Mark, in fairness, Fellaini did cut his hair, so now if he cut his hair, he'd remind you even more of Fellaini. So maybe he needs to keep the hair. Just saying. Just saying. Now, Fellaini was stiff. Chong has flowing hair. I mean, when he is running, that hair really does. It just flies back, doesn't it? Doug, so I did about he's scored in 5 straight games, and if he scores a 6th, then he's like one of only like 4 players to have done it 6 straight games in a row. That is pretty impressive. I remember it's Cantona. Was Nani one of them? Doug, if you actually want to put the list in here, I'll read it out for you, man. You're the one that came up with the stat. I don't want to take any credit for it. He gets away with it, Chong. He can move the ball. Honestly, Mr. Exclusive, like the way that he runs with the ball, like you see. I mean, and people have talked about this before, but you see like the clips of him from back in the day, George Best. You see the clips of George Best, and just the way that he runs, it reminds you a lot of that, doesn't it? Yeah, I mean, George, that's fair. Cantona, Andy Cole, Ruud Van Nistelrooy, and Wayne Rooney. Yeah, that'd be some amazing company to join, wouldn't it, Doug? Yeah, I was about to say. So I thought that Vardy's record was either 11 or 12 straight games that he scored a goal in. Which, talk about how crazy that is. Seriously, Mr. Exclusive. Mr. Exclusive said he misses the Ruud Van Nistelrooy days when he got 9 or 10 in a row. I mean, dude, that's a striker. That's a striker that we could use. Somebody like Ruud. Somebody that is as clinical as he was. That's funny, Jay Hart. So, Chris Bennington, he did bring it up to me inside of the United Stand chat, and then he DM'd me on Twitter about it. So he did bring up Javi Garcia from Watford. Now, I mean, he has been doing a good job, but the only reason why I'm not 100% sold on Javi, because now that you've brought up his name, I do think about him as somebody that could be a potential replacement. But if we're going to go for a lower name replacement, I prefer to go with like an Eddie Howe, somebody that is going to be, that's been doing it for a little bit longer. And I look at Eddie Howe, what he's done at Bournemouth with basically even less money than Watford had spent. And he's done amazing things at Bournemouth. So but that's just my opinion, Chris. I mean, obviously Javi Garcia, he might be a good shout too if we're going to look for the more unconventional style. Yeah, Doug, that's it. Ruud Van Nistelrooy is one of those strikers that you don't often get the chance to see. Like I still think about some of the famous goals that he put in. The one that I always think about is where he took the ball from midfield and just the way that he switched his body and switched feet literally in the box to put in the goal and fake out the goalkeeper is absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, I was about to say, Mr. Exclusive, you're dreaming there, buddy. Come on now. Well, seriously, Jay Hart, you think about going back to last year. When was the last time that Manchester United scored more than 4 goals? We scored 4 goals a few times last year. We were 4-0 FC at the beginning of the year. But, we haven't scored over 4 goals in so long. There are so many horrible runs runs we are at the moment. 5.5 years since the last Premier League hat trick. 9 years since our last magnificent number 7. They don't remind me about that one. 5 since the PL. 10 since UCL. Yeah, George, that's great points. He could be. Yeah, Chris, that's a good point. Eddie Howe could be a good shout, after Poch. But then Javi Garcia, if Eddie Howe doesn't want to move, if we were going to move down from Eddie Howe, I would say go with, if we could, try and bring in Zidane next. Even though I'm not convinced by Zidane, I would still bring in a big name like him. I would prefer to bring in a manager that has the Premier League experience. And that's the only reason why I was thinking, that's another reason why I think Pochettino and Eddie Howe would be good options for next managers. Yeah, Doug, that was an amazing goal. Last time was Fergie's. George, I think so. That last game was the last time, I think. Well, yeah, Mr. Exclusive, the women have been absolutely just murdering people. I'm actually, when we have my twin on next week, I want to make sure to give him a chance to talk about the women's team, because he actually goes and supports the women's team and he's there for a lot of matches. So I definitely wanted to give him a chance to talk about them. So I think it could be cool. Mark, I have never been to New York. It's one of the very few states that I haven't been to. I haven't been to almost any of the Northeast states. So your Pennsylvania, New York, New Hampshire, New Jersey, Massachusetts. Like you could go down like everywhere that's in that northeast region up there. I haven't been to. Which club do you think is utilizing their youngsters the most? At the moment, Chris, it's really hard to say. I would probably say in terms of overall, it would probably be somebody like either Tottenham or Fulham because of the young players that are playing. But I honestly don't fully know who is playing their youth the most. I would actually like to see that stat of who's playing their and I don't mean just like, because great example, Anthony Martial is still somebody that's a kid, but he didn't come from our academy. I would love to see academy, like who's got the most academy time this year. I mean, because technically, Pogba would be a part of it, like an academy player that's playing, but I would want to know, like in terms of like just the lower, like kids that are basically going to be 21 and younger playing. That'd be interesting. That's funny, George. George, that is fair. But I didn't know if he was talking about the Premier League. I thought that obviously Ajax. I think their team's basically made up of everybody that's under 21, other than Daley Blind. Seriously, we'd be complaining if we were. You know what? Honestly, if we were playing our kids, we weren't necessarily in first, but we were at least competing in games and being close in games. And now, granted, we need to win against teams, and we need to be able to still get far. But to me, I wouldn't be upset if we were playing our kids Mr. Exclusive and we were still competing in every single game. Oh, that's cool, Doug. Yeah, I've been to Florida too. My grandpa used to live in Florida before he moved to Arizona. Do we see Irving Lozano coming to the? So honestly, Doug, I don't think so. I think it'd be cool to see Irving Lozano come to the Premier League. I think that I talk about him all the time, but I think Pulisic is going to be coming to the Premier League next year. I've got that feeling. Like I don't quite know why either. But I have a feeling that like Pulisic will be coming. I think that I hope it's for Manchester United. I really, really do. But I've got this weird feeling he's coming next year. Yeah, seriously, Jay Hart, I'm right there with you. Jay Hart said, I don't care if we use kids, adults, or grandpas, just as long as we start attacking. Just anything to break up the monotony, right? Exactly. No one would give a song. And George, exactly. No one would care. No one would care. Pancakes, you're right. Our whole squad can't be filled with kids. It can't be only filled with kids. But I think more what Mr. Exclusive is saying is I think he's talking about like if we were to be giving Chong time. Not necessarily starting, but give Chong time in the first team. Give that is pretty funny, Mr. Exclusive. But give Chong time with the first team and give him minutes as backup. Give Greenwood time. Because let's be honest, Lukaku's been crap this year. I've got him on the back of this kit and he's been crap. Give Angel Gomez time. Give Axel Tuanzebe time. Like I actually think Axel should come back next year and be in and around the first team always as a center back. I would actually really believe that Axel Tuanzebe has a chance to be one of our best center backs next year. George, seriously, you're way too right on that. Yeah, Jay Hart, that's a good point. Jay Hart said, look at Dortmund. Defense is experienced, but forward is youngsters led by veteran Marco Reus. That's a hell of a point, man. I would honestly love to see, like a veteran-led back four, Not, and it doesn't necessarily have to be like we're talking about like 28, 29-year-olds, but like I mean, Luke Shaw at this point in his career is a veteran. You know, I mean, let's be real about it. I mean, I don't think we need all over 25 people at the back line, but just people that have experience. I think it'd be terrific to see that. Is the game start? So, Chris, I believe that the game is literally just about to start. It looks like the two people that are like on the TV right now, they're looking out towards the tunnel, and it looks like they're about to come out. But I think that the game should literally be starting here any minute. I just figured we would go live a little bit earlier and just talk. But we'll do. I mean, we're basically going to do this the same way that Mark does on the United Stand, and we're just going to we're pretty much going to talk to each other. I mean, obviously, I don't have a guest with me, but we're just going to talk to each other. We're going to, interact with you guys here in the live comments because, I mean, I don't expect there to be a lot of people here, so I can literally talk to you all. We can carry on a conversation with each other. And if you guys even have any questions, we can talk about literally anything during these streams. So, but I mean, obviously, I'll give you updates on if big things are happening, and if somebody scores a goal, who scored, what's going on. I'll be doing that all game. Pancakes, let the Glazers sell the team to me. I'll take it over. I only have like $5 though. So, yikes. By the way, you guys like the Christmas tree my wife put in here? She's like, I wanted you to have a Christmas tree for your streams. I mean, Pancakes, I wouldn't be against getting Skriniar. I mean, like, I don't know enough about him. I hear a lot of people talk about him, but I don't know enough about him. Just so you guys know, the team is literally lining up in the tunnel right now. Arthur will not be joining us today because I have the TV set up on a media stand here that's off of the wall, so the TV's closer to me. And then there's a cord that goes back there. I just don't want him bumping into the cord. I mean, I can bring him in here for a second if you guys want. You guys want to see Arthur for a second? All right, I'll go get Arthur. He is the mascot. The game is, so you guys know they're lining up right now. Bubs, come here. The people want to see you. The people want to see you. Come here. Wait. Come here. See? Mwah. Say hi. Say hi to the people, Bubbles. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Oh, be careful, Bubs. Be careful. All right, go on. Go on. Let's go. Let's go. All right, guys, you got your Arthur time. So all the likes for Arthur right now, guys. I expect 11 likes because of Arthur coming in. Come on. At least he didn't bark this time, right, Pancash? But so just so you guys know, Manchester United, they're going to be lining up in a 4-3-3, and then West Brom are going to be lining up in a 3-4-3. And at least that's what they're showing on the TV right now. So just as a reminder, guys, that if you want to watch this match, you need to have MUTV, and we're going to be able to watch this all together and be able to basically, talk about the match. I think it's going to be fun, guys. All right, guys, they're flipping the coin right now. Sorry, guys, there's somebody at our door right now. So they're flipping the coin right now. Reagan Poole, just so you guys know, Reagan Poole is captain today. I forgot to mention that. I know, right, Chris? Spoke too soon. He's a good guard dog, though, right? I mean, that bark is terrifying. And Mark, I think that I saw you ask at least, but so he is a blackmouth cur mix. It's a type of cattle dog here in the States. So it's a fun time. All right, guys, we're getting ready to kick off. Referee's looking around. West Brom are going to be starting the kickoff. And referee blew his whistle. Nope, not yet. Looked at his watch, blew the whistle. All right, guys, kickoff. Game is on. No, Doug, this game is not at Old Trafford. This game is at West Brom Stadium. So, and they're actually playing at West Brom Stadium too. So, I mean, West Brom right now are just kind of kicking around their back line. I mean, we're only 20 seconds in the game. So, no, honestly, Jay Hart, there's nobody notable. Apparently, they've got a game tomorrow. So, a lot of their against who? Yeah, the West Brom. Yeah, George, the Hawthorns. Yeah. So, I mean, if I forget who they're playing tomorrow, but I believe that they're bringing some of their kids up to play in the game tomorrow, West Brom. So they're not necessarily playing their strongest starting lineup. So, hello. So, prediction. Yeah, guys, you know what? Get your predictions in. How do you think this game is going to go? I mean, reminder that there is going to be no Angel Gomez, and there's going to be no Mason Greenwood. Jay Hart, 5-0 United. I love it. 3-1 United, 3-0 United. I mean, George, in fairness, I mean, they probably do, but I mean, maybe not their maybe not our U23s though. 6-0. Oh man, Mr. Exclusive getting ballsy over here. Pass is just barely too strong from West Brom. And we're going to have a goal kick. We got some good you guys are pretty confident in our squad. It's going to be interesting to see how well they play today. And you know what? It's really funny seeing a game like this where like there's nobody back there to go get the ball for them. The goalkeeper, so the ball went way out of bounds. The goalkeeper had to literally run down the tunnel to go get the ball by himself. Chris is going 1-0. I love it. Yes, thank you. Ipswich. That's who they're playing. They're away to Ipswich, and I believe they were talking about how their U23 team is going to have to they're going to be bringing some kids up from the U23 team to play. Or at least that's what they're talking about. Like when I was writing down the lineup and everything like that. So honestly, that should make for an even more interesting game because we're not necessarily playing all of our strongest youth squad right now. So right now we are kind of controlling the ball a little bit in the midfield. And then, okay, we just passed, like now we're controlling the ball along our back line. Tahith Chong just picked up the ball midfield. We're on the attack here, guys. We moved into our third. Ooh, just barely. So, guys, if you guys got any questions, be sure to fire them in. We can literally talk about anything during these. I'll just make sure that when we get to something exciting happening, that we'll cover it. You know, how was Thanksgiving? Jay Hart, great question. So me and my wife, we hosted our first ever Thanksgiving. We had a lot of fun with it. We had all the normal stuff. We had like turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing. Green beans, all the normal stuff. We had a couple different, types of dishes. So like my sister is a vegan. So she brought a tofurkey, which I did not have. I refused to, fall into the vegan trap. I know, right? But, yeah, so we did a lot of really cool stuff yesterday. And we did, Mr. Swiss, we did murder pumpkins. Mr. Swiss and I were talking this morning. And we had 4 different kinds of pumpkin dessert. We had pumpkin pie. We had pumpkin cheesecake. We had pumpkin chocolate chip cookies. And we had pumpkin rolls. Literally all the pumpkin. All the pumpkin. Vegans ruin every dinner. It's true, Jay Hart. It's true. Doug, gluten-free isn't a bad thing. I don't for one second think that being gluten-free is a bad thing. But vegans, that's another level. Chris, I mean, is that a rumor right now? But Rashford to Real Madrid? Chris, you know it. Vegans ruin everything. Let's be real. Isn't Thanksgiving about killing all the... No, Mark. So Thanksgiving was about the coming together of the natives and Christopher Columbus and his people, and it was about the coming together of them all. At least, no, it wasn't Christopher Columbus. It was because that was down south. So that was when they came to Plymouth Rock, and like we had to, organize and kind of work together. At least that's the story they told us in school. So. In the UK, it's in the papers. George, that's funny. No such thing as a vegan, just picky eaters. To Mr. Exclusive, man. Just so you guys know, we just kind of had a failed attack. So West Brom's on the attack here. Just cleared the ball. Back down to midfield. Always tell you. Mark, seriously, I have noticed that. Whenever you meet a vegan, they will always be like, oh, I'm vegan. I can't do that. Yeah. I know, right? So, yeah, I mean, pancakes. I don't understand how people can be vegan. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me personally. Doesn't mean that, like, I'm not going to hate on somebody for their choices, but don't push your like veganism on me. Come on now. All right, guys. Rochelle Williams got the ball, just passed it to Chong. Oh, Chong barely mistouched it. It looks like he's upset. He was thinking that Durnley was going to kind of go more towards the middle. Doug, that's a good question. I mean, so are you, Doug? Are you asking if De Gea was to leave, if we should put Joel Pereira in goal? Foul right now just happened on the left hand side. I will. So one thing I'm finding hard right now is all the players only have numbers on their kit and no name. So it's making it hard for me to kind of like identify the players from a distance. I should have wrote down what all their numbers were. Actually, I actually am curious about what Chris just asked. I mean, he asked if he thinks India is majority vegetarian. Is that true? Because I've kind of come to understand that. Ooh, Tahith Chong. Did he get a foul on the edge of the box? All right, what did he rule? Nope, he just ruled ball. Continue. Dang it. Tahith Chong made a hell of a run there, guys, and he got brought down close to the edge of the box. Looked like it should have been a foul, but he gave the foul to the other guy. Mark, you asked if I'm a fan of beer. So Mark, I actually don't really drink much, but I do have an occasional beer, very occasional beer. We do have some good local breweries here in Arizona, but I'm not really the biggest fan of the taste of beer. Just me. And then Pankaz, you asked how old I am. I am 29. I just turned 29 October 20th. So, just barely petered out. Dang it. There are a lot of people who eat non. Okay, that makes sense. So Jay Hart, are you from Germany or where are you from? I'm just curious. Are you from England? Because for me, like we do have some good breweries here, and one of our local breweries is called Four Peaks. They make a beer called Kilt Lifter that is very, very good. Oh, Jay Hart's from Australia. Okay, that is kind of funny then. But yeah, I really do like some of our local breweries. They do a good job. Okay, Chong's here down the left. A guy kicked it off of him. Went out of bounds off of Chong. Okay, so you come from Australia, but you're living in Germany. Gotcha. But either way, like I mean, so what I'll say about like our beer is like if you're gonna be drinking like a domestic, it was what they call it, like your Budweisers, your Bud Lights, your Coors Lights. They're not very good. They're really not. But they're like, so great example. Phoenix Rising does a dollar beer night for Friday night games, and they only do Bud Light for their dollar beer nights because basically Bud Light might as well be water. So I'm obviously making a bit of a joke there, but Pancake, Mark is a beer fan. I know for a fact Mark is a beer fan. He likes different types of beers, but I mean, to each their own, you know. Doug, so Doug is talking about James Wilson right now. So I'm not the biggest fan of James Wilson. I don't think that he's ever going to succeed at United. I mean, it's never going to make it. Yeah, George, that is true. Oh, we're on the counter here, guys. And a foul. Of course they would foul. Oh, so Mark, what's your favorite type of beer? Just curious, because I don't really know what is like the popular stuff in the UK. Andrew, I mean, Marcus. So, I mean, Pancake, she does very, very rarely. But, I mean, in fairness, I mean, sometimes to watch United, you might have to drink a little bit extra. Another counterattack just petered out. I think that was Barlow that had the attack peter out on him. So, JR, is that true that like there isn't free refills everywhere else? Because like I didn't notice that when I was in the UK, at least. Mark, I have heard of BrewDog. I have. They are decent. And Doug, no, I have not. Andrew, I mean, so Doug likes German beer. I mean, German beers are pretty good. I'm more of a fan of so I mean you mentioned IPAs, Mark, and for me, I don't like how hoppy IPAs are. I'm more of a fan of like your darker beers. So I mean I do like Guinness. It's not my favorite, but like so Kilt Lifter is a Scottish ale. It is pretty good. Samuel Adams is good too. I do like Samuel Adams. That's funny, Jay Hart. So Jay Hart just said that even water is more expensive than beer in Germany. That's funny. Yeah, Samuel Adams is an American beer, Mark. George says he's a fan of Adams Ale. All right, guys, we've got a little bit of control of the ball here. And right now, for some reason, they're showing the manager from West Brom. It's all misty. So just so you guys know, the game is super misty today. Like just you can see the fog, like just hovering. And we just committed a foul, of course. Had a little decent spell of possession, guys. Basically, so far the game has been played primarily in the midfield. It's been kind of back and forth in the midfield. Not a lot of action has happened. And basically every attack has wound up petering out. All right, West Brom are on the attack here, guys. They got a decent amount of people right around the box. Just attempted cross, got blocked. All right, guys, back to midfield. Ball is back in midfield now. We were in Hamburg. All right, guys, we just got the ball back. We're on a counter right now. Heath Chong picked up the ball in the middle of the field. He's in front of 3 defenders. Juked one, passed it off. Oh, that was close. Durnley barely missed the pass there. We've still got control of the ball here. Yeah, Pancakes. Arthur eats a dog food that is a salmon base. So the reason why we give him a salmon based diet is because it's supposed to be better for allergies, and Arthur actually has some pretty bad allergies, unfortunately. Thank you, Mr. Exclusive. I love you. Mr. Exclusive just gave me all the numbers for all the players. Let's see here. So, Jay Hart, what'd you say here? Most times I order beer because it's cheaper than soda. Jesus, is that real? How is soda cheaper than beer? Like, so guys, just to put it in perspective for you. So, like, when I go to Cardinals games, to get a beer at a Cardinals game, and this is just a domestic, you're going to have to, at a minimum, pay $7 for a beer. And to get something a little bit higher class, you're talking about $11. And that's at a minimum. What's going on, Jack? Good to see you in here. Sugar tax? What the hell? What's a sugar tax? You Germans must just love your beer. That's all it comes down to. And you know what? End of the day, I get it. I get it. You know, they're still just recovering from, you know, World War II and everything like that. They're still drinking it off. I mean, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. They do love their War II, Mark. They really do. We have to ID people under 16 for energy drink. Doug, so Matthew was telling me about that if you're under 16, that you're not supposed to be allowed to drink energy drinks, which blows my mind. We do not ID for anything like that. The only thing we ID for here is for cigarettes and for beer or alcohol in general. That just is crazy to me. Pancakes, but I've heard that Indians do love rum. I've heard that one before. That's weird. Apparently in Bavaria, they drink beer with breakfast. You would get called an alcoholic here if you drank beer for breakfast. Guys, we're on a good counter. Ooh, that's a penalty. How is that not a penalty? Come on now. So, guys, Barlow had a good chance. He drove down. He ran right through their defense. Guy took him down in the box. Looked like he got his feet kicked out from underneath him. And this, what the hell? What's so, Mark? I don't know quite what that is. What is that? Is that a prescription? Like what is it? What does it do? Jack said no guns. So I actually I have multiple guns, and I've been ID'd for every single gun. I've been background checked for every single gun. And it's something that, you know, a lot of people don't necessarily know that, like, we get checked every single time that we have to buy a firearm. Like, there's not, without question. The only time that you aren't background check is if you actually go and you have to get your, get a certain license. But basically by getting that license, you're acknowledging that, like, you haven't committed any crime, you haven't done any, like, certain things. But then you have to keep that up to date every year. So kind of crazy. Mark, I have not yet. Nope. At least not to my knowledge. At least not to my knowledge. You never know what can happen, though. Maybe I sleepwalk sometimes. Chris, hey, keep calm about the bald stuff. And no, he's not bald. It's not very nice. Let's see here. So, guys, so far, every single attack for both teams, for the most part, has been kind of stopped by the defense. I mean, there's been a couple of times where guys have gotten shots off, but there's not been a shot on goal so far in this game. So, Jack, my favorite carbonated drink is cherry Dr. Pepper. Love cherry Dr. Pepper. That's right, Jay Hart. You already know. Well, I mean, if you go by this, I mean, of course I've got more hair than Marcus. All right, guys, we're on a good counter here. Shot on goal. Ooh, just barely wide. I think it took a deflection. Nope, it didn't. It didn't. That was just barely wide. So, guys, Buffon made a hell of a driving run there, and that was so close, so close. So, Jack, what do you guys call it? Pop or just soda pop? Chris, that's a good question. You asked Pepsi or Coke. I prefer Coke if it's from like a fountain drink, but I prefer Pepsi if it's going to be coming from a can. Best ref in the world was bald with. Honestly, my favorite ref will always be Mike Dean. I love he's just so funny. He's so extra. Yeah, I completely agree, Jay Hart. So Jay Hart said Coke's better from the bottle. Completely agree. Tango cherry or apple? Cherry? I think you're talking about pie? Depends on what type of pie we're talking about, Matt, I guess. No, not yet, Doug. There has not been a score yet. We're still right now 0-0, but Buffon had a hell of a chance. Yeah, and Mark, exactly. The beard is to compensate. So I actually started losing this up top when I was 21 years old. And I shaved my head officially. No, I'm sorry. It was about 20 years old. And I shaved my head officially at 22. And I've been shaving my head ever since, and I'm 29 now. So it's soda pop. Okay. All right, guys. West Brom are on a good counter here. They've got a little bit of opened up. They're out here down the right, and we cleared it. Gonna have a chance to reset a little bit. Mr. Exclusive, I did not, surprisingly enough. So, Jay Hart, funny enough, it is actually, so it's a combination of genetics, and then I found out that you actually, part of the reason why, because I went to see a doctor about it, I was curious, and part of it is also that you have a higher testosterone level. And I actually do have a higher testosterone level, which is also why I'm very, very competitive too. So, just fun facts. Pepsi from the bottle, Diet Coke from the can. I'm not a big fan of diet soda. I feel like if I'm going to drink soda, I might as well just drink the real thing, not get cancer, you know? Chris, are you talking about alcoholic beverage? All right, guys, we're actually got a little bit of a chance here. People are surrounding our final third. We're passing the ball around a little bit here. So, Chris, My first alcohol beverage, I did not actually have my first drink until I was 21. And it was vodka. I had vodka with ooh! Oh man. So guys, Barlow just barely missed a chance wide. And I mean just barely missed a chance wide. So we had Durnley, he put in a good ball. And then Barlow tried to go back heel, and it went off the defender, and it almost went in. Yeah, and Jay Hart, it did make me laugh because I found that out. That women, if they have excessive, like if they've got excessive testosterone, that they actually grow more hair, which is the exact opposite for men. Or at least up top. At least up top. Another corner here, guys. What's up, Michael? How you doing, man? Hey guys, I am actually not the biggest fan of Tabasco, but we also have a lot of different types of like hot sauces here, being in Arizona. Ooh, dangerous chance here, guys, off the corner. Tahith Chong got the ball. It's kind of petering out a little bit here. Buffon just passed the ball off. Durnley shot. Oh, it was saved. Good save. Ball went through the wickets of one guy, but the keeper made a good save on it. I really appreciate that, Michael. I really do. Doug, I did not see that Conte signed a new deal today. I could believe that though. So I'm just curious, Mr. Exclusive. So you said Tango Cherry or Apple. Is Tango like orange? I'm not 100% sure what Tango is. What's your favorite takeaway? So, Jack, my favorite takeaway is Italian. I'm a huge fan because we actually have some good pizzerias here. So I'm a big fan of like the couple pizzerias we have here. And Mexican. Well, but here's the thing. Mexican's the easy one to say here in Arizona because literally there's a Mexican food restaurant and a good one within 3 miles of each other everywhere you go. I mean, just so you guys know, I mean, we're like to get to the Mexico border from where I live, it's a 3-hour drive. That's it. 3 hours and we're at the Mexico border. So guys, tell me if I'm lame here. So I didn't really have a lot of different food while I was in the UK. I tried out a few different places. I tried out Frankie and Benny's. I tried out this Mexican place. I forget what the name of it was, but it wasn't very good. I tried out the one food that I did like was Harry Ramsden's. That was the only food I really liked there. I got fish and chips from Harry Ramsden's. Am I lame for only liking that one thing? You tried fish and chips. Of course, Mr. Exclusive, come on. Fish and chips the only thing that I was even gonna consider trying. I mean, Jack, that's fair. I am a thick crust kind of guy, Chris. I enjoy no, I'm not necessarily talking about like pan pizza type crust, but I do like my thick crust pizza. Yeah, Jack, cheese in the crust. Absolutely all day long. Give me cheese in the crust. I love it. All right, guys, we're right now in our own final third. Buffon's got the ball. Ooh, got tripped up. No foul, though. West Brom just passed it back, allowing us to kind of get our defenses set a little bit. So this will peter out a little bit here. Frankie and Benny's used to be good, but they changed their menu. So I must have caught a new menu or something, Doug, because like Frankie and Benny's when I went, and I went to the one that's not too far away from Old Trafford because I really didn't go much outside of like a 2-mile radius from my hotel. I walked everywhere, but I didn't really go outside of that 2-mile radius. So funny enough, guys, Domino's isn't the best pizza, like popular pizza place. Throw that the quotes around that here. I mean, Domino's is okay, but I mean, I would say that the most popular, like big time pizza place here is actually Papa John's. Papa John's always has like, and Papa John's actually started up in Arizona. Really like surf and turf. Can't imagine mixing seafood and meat. Yeah, Jay Hart. I mean, I'm a huge fan of like doing like shrimp and steak. I actually had for my wife and I's 2-year anniversary. We went to a really nice restaurant. I did lobster and steak. It's good stuff. Good stuff. But so you guys, we have a pizza place here. I mean, so quick question: how many of you guys have seen the TV show Breaking Bad? Just curious. All right, guys, the ball's bouncing back and forth a little bit here between the teams. All right, we picked it up. Ooh, good ball in. There we go. We got the ball out wide. Guys getting ready to put it. Oh, nope. Looked like he was going to put it across. Okay, cool. So quite a few of you have seen Breaking Bad. So the people that have seen Breaking Bad, do you remember the big old pizza that he brought home when him and his wife were going through the problems from? I think it was, if I remember correctly, they showed the name Venezia's, like a big old party pizza. And then he threw it up on the roof. All right, guys, just so you know, West Brom have got a player that's down right now, so they're taking a little bit of a break. I know, right, Mr. Exclusive? It was a waste of perfectly good pizza. But, so just so you know, so that pizza, yes, Chris, I have watched every single season of Breaking Bad. But so that pizza is my favorite pizza place here in Arizona. So there's only very limited amount of Venezias that are in the country, and they're only between Arizona and New Mexico. And Venezia's is the best pizza that I have ever had. Shout out to Venezia's. If you guys managed to watch this, if you guys want to sponsor me, I'll take the sponsorship. I love your guys' pizza so much. They seriously, they do the best job of anybody here in the Valley. Love their pizza. Doug, I saw that. Apparently, it's been confirmed too. All right, guys. Tahith Chong driving the ball right now. Put in a good pass. Oh, how did it? No! How? Oh my God! So, guys, I think it was Welland that put in a so Tahith Chong had an amazing run here. Put in a good ball, bounced off of Durnley, and then no, it was not. It was Hamilton. Ethan Hamilton had a good chance and just shot it right off of the goalkeeper. I mean, right off the goalkeeper. We're still on the attack here, though, right now, guys. Tahith Chong got the ball again right now. Pass it off to Durnley. Durnley puts it across, and it's going to be goalkeeper's easy. Pancake. So I have not watched Friends. I'm not a fan of the show. I've seen a few episodes. And I don't really find it very funny. But How I Met Your Mother is me and my wife's favorite show, and we have actually religiously watched that show, and it was actually part of the theme of our wedding. Funny enough. Did you ever watch 24? Jack, personally, I disagree. I think How I Met Your Mother was an absolutely fantastic show. But, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Friends. But, so just so you guys know, right now, West Brom have gotten the ball back. But they're only in their half. They're in their half right now, and we're pressing the life out of them. We're really, really well. I pass them. Right now, they're not. They don't even have anywhere to really pass it. They're just kind of passing it around their back line. Like, guys, seriously, this is impressive. This is what I want to see from from the big team, Manchester United. Why can't we press the life out of people like this? Like, they can't get out of their own half. Just got the ball back. We got the ball back. Roshan Williams has got the ball, passed it to Heath Chong. I mean, like, guys, we are pressing the life out of them right now. Oh, what a touch off by Tahith Chong. That was beautiful. Scrubs also my favorite. Oh, J Hart, I love Scrubs. I love Scrubs. That's the OG show. Doug, I don't really watch many crime TV programs. That's my wife's thing. She does. My wife watches like Criminal Minds and How to Get Away with Murder. I'm not really much of a fan of crime shows. Matt, right now the score is 0-0, but right now we are we look more likely to score. They just barely got out of their own half, but we got the ball back. But so I'm pretty sure it was Doug asking about 24. But 24, I was a little bit young when that show started, so I didn't really get the chance to watch much of it. So, Chris, are we just kind of going with the whole Family Guy theme? Breaking Bad, the only show that's better is The Wire? Matthew, you and my wife would get along then pretty well. My wife likes true crime kind of shows. So, I mean, a lot of you guys probably have Netflix. How many of you guys have seen the show Making a Murderer? Oh, guys, so yellow card was just handed off to a West Brom player, Sam Fields. He took down, who was it? Ooh, that was pretty nasty too. So he took down Warren, and just it was a pretty ugly tackle too. I'm surprised that he only got a yellow. Came in late and got him in the ankles. I thought you were more of a that's. Let's see here. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to catch up with a little bit of your live comments. Simpsons is the go. So, again, there's another show that was a little bit before my time. I mean, so I enjoyed the Simpsons movie. I've seen a few episodes of the Simpsons, but I'm not the biggest fan of the Simpsons either. I like South Park. I think, honestly, South Park is probably like my favorite adult cartoon. South Park to me is like it's kind of one of my original like shows that I watched as a kid. Yeah, Jack, I agree with that. So Jack's talking about Big Bang Theory. So I like basically all the way up to season 9, season 10, somewhere in there. But it has kind of gotten a little bit stale. But fun fact for you guys. So I'm pretty sure if I heard correctly that it's the longest running sitcom of all time. That is kind of cool. Jay Hart, I have not seen Black Mirror, but I've heard some good things. I've also heard some bad things. What do you think about it? How do you like Black Mirror? But anyways, guys, so we'll talk a little bit about making a murderer here, because right now we've got the ball on our back line. But I mean, have you guys seen the new season of Making a Murderer? Because it's been absolutely fantastic. Like seeing what they did from the first season to the second season, and seeing how much more involved this lawyer is in the show. It's absolutely fantastic. If you have the chance to watch Making a Murderer, I highly recommend it. What Mr. Exclusive said, guys, I would really appreciate it. I'm really enjoying doing this watch along, guys. This is fun. Get the chance to talk about some different things. So, Chris, I have heard that too about Black Mirror. I've heard that Black Mirror is like a really different kind of show. Different storyline, different universe. It makes you think about your reality. And interesting, Jay Hart. I might give it a try eventually. I've got a lot of shows that I watch though, so it can be hard to kind of catch up to things. Jack, I do like horror movies. I'm a big horror movie fan. So, guys, right now we're at the 41st minute. I'm sorry, no, 42nd minute. They're in their own. So right now they're in our half. West Brom has got the ball in our half. They just moved into their third. But all of our defenders are back. Tahith Chong is right now on the guy. That's fair enough, Pancash. I get it. Arthur is the homie. You know, West Brom have got the ball inside the 16-yard. Ooh, good clearance. Ooh, yeah, that's gonna be a card. I'd be shocked if this isn't a card. Oh, it's not gonna be. Weird. Okay. Definitely. Well, that's interesting. We've gone to a completely different topic here, but so let's see. We should watch Haunting of the Hill House. Jay Hart, I have heard that is really good. That's on my list of movies to watch when I get some longer period free time. I really do. I'm a huge horror movie buff. I mean, I started watching some more obscure horror movies recently. Stuff that I kind of view as more like just demented kind of stuff. Have you guys ever seen I Spit on Your Grave? It's a pretty demented one. I don't even consider it a horror movie, really. Favorite show growing up, Jack, was the Power Rangers. Huge fan of the Power Rangers. Doug, I've heard good things about the ranch, too. I've had enough horror watching United this season. Hey, you know what? Fair, Michael. That's fair. You guys, Tahith Chong, who's got the ball right now. Right now, he's passed it off. Right now, we are in our third, guys. We are in our attacking third. So apparently there's a player down, and Tahith Chong kicked the ball out. Whatever. So Jay Hart, Human Centipede was pretty demented. I watched that one, and I kind of had to question what I was doing with life. Yeah, Mr. Exclusive. That was the OG. I actually got the chance to meet a large majority of all the original Power Rangers. I got to meet Tommy. I got to meet Jason. I got to meet Trini. I got to meet Kimberly. Only ones I didn't get to meet were Zach and Billy. But I actually did karate lessons with Jason. That's awesome, Chris. So why did you move to London? Just curious. But so, I mean, guys, some of my favorite horror movies, I like some old school stuff. So I like stuff like Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. I like movies like that. More modern stuff, I like Hostel. I actually really like Hostel. That was a good one. Very unique. I like Annabelle. That was another really good one. The Conjuring and The Conjuring 2, both amazing movies. But so the horror movie that kind of like, and once again, it's another movie that I kind of like, I sit and question what I was doing with my life after I saw it. What it was called, Cannibal Holocaust. Cannibal Holocaust was a movie that was made in 1980. And upon its release in 1980, the director and producer were arrested and forced to prove that everybody was still alive in the movie because of how crazy the movie is. And the movie is actually banned in, I think it's 30 countries or something like that. Or no, 50 countries. It's banned in like 50 countries. Guys, just we're on the attack here. Ball just went out of play. We're right now in extra time right now. We're in the 47th minute. I think we're just going to kind of let it go to halftime. Well, maybe not. Still on the attack right now. Tahith Chong just got the ball. Passed it over to Barlow. Ooh, good ball. Oh, Ethan. You guys, so Barlow put in a hell of a ball over the top to Ethan Hamilton, and Ethan Hamilton shot it just over the bar. Great bit of play there. Guys, I actually don't know if it's banned in India. You might have to look that up for me. Jay Hart just told me it was banned in Australia. I do like Paranormal Activity, Doug. That is one of my favorites. So Matthew, unfortunately, both Greenwood and Gomez are both not playing in this game, and they're not on the bench. But Josh Boy is on the bench. And then Durnley is playing up front right now. Ever heard of 120 Days of Sodom? Also banned. I have not, Jay Hart. I'm gonna look that one up. I'm gonna write it down. So 120 Days of Sodom. Hostel was so scary. My brother put that on when I was 10. That's kind of mean, Michael. That's kind of mean. So, Pancakes, I think that the reason why that Greenwood isn't on the bench today is because tomorrow the U18 team is going to be playing at 10:30 in the morning, and they are playing against Manchester City's U18 team. I think that's literally the only reason that Mason Greenwood is not in the squad today. Chris, what movie are you talking about here? I know, seriously, Matthew. Like 10:30 in the morning, who wakes up for a match that early? Oh, wait. Just so you guys know, I'm going to be doing a Premier League preview tomorrow. I'm going to be doing it super early, like 4:30 my time, which is going to be like 11:30 a.m. your guys' time. So... Okay, Chris. I'm going to be interested in watching that one. I'm going to have to see if I can't find it. Just so you guys know, we're at halftime right now. Game is still 0-0. And I mean, I'm going to be talking to my mods a little bit here in the next couple of days. But if we're going to continue doing these, I might look into doing some overlays, and just kind of go with the flow of it. Like put up the scores, put up the time, kind of do what the United Stand does, but do it for this. I might, Mr. Exclusive, but I know that everybody seems to like when I do the Premier League preview live. I've got no problem waking up early either. I like to wake up early. It means I can also watch the first game of the day tomorrow. Oh, okay. Yeah, so Pancakes, have you found out if they banned that movie for you? I mean, Mr. Exclusive, you can if you want. Chris, thank you for asking. So, job interview I haven't really talked about it on the show, but so it went well. I mean, the guy said I have a couple things to learn still, but that's also part of this job. There's going to be a lot of stuff to learn. So I'm on to the second round of interviews, and the second round of interviews is going to be a lot more like technical questions. But the interview went for almost 2 movies. Pancakes, the name of the movie is Cannibal Holocaust. But yeah, so I'm excited. So the second round of interviews will basically determine whether I get the job or not. So we'll see. I'm remaining slightly optimistic, but with all you guys behind me, I really can't fail, can I? All right, guys. So now that we're at halftime, if you guys have any more like kind of more unique questions, this is a great time to ask. Sorry, guys. I'm just kind of going through my feed real quick. So, Jay Hart, I honestly have no idea because they are at their. Ooh, hold up! Axel Tuanzebe's on the TV right now. I'm gonna turn down the mic a little bit here for just a second. So sorry, guys. I just forgot to make sure my mic's turned back up all the way. All right. So Axel Tuanzebe's on the TV right now. He's getting interviewed about his upcoming match against Birmingham. Them and Aston Villa have a derby coming up. So they're just kind of talking about the derby. They're not even talking about anything Manchester United related. So I'm going to let that be. Does it 1980 in front of the title? All right, so real quick, I'm gonna go in order here. So, Doug, you asked, what is my favorite film? My favorite movie all time is actually a trilogy, and it's the Dark Knight trilogy. I can't just pick one because I believe all 3 movies coincide together. But the Dark Knight trilogy is my favorite, my personal favorite. Let's see here. Then Matthew said my top 3 favorite songs of all time. That's a tough one, Matthew. Because here's the thing. So because like as you get older, your songs kind of rotate a bit. So I mean, right now I'm really big into Falling in Reverse, A Day to Remember, a whole bunch of different types of bands. But like, there's always gonna be songs like I can bounce back to. But so I'm gonna pull up my my Spotify playlist here for just a second. I'm going to tell you my top 3 favorite songs, like right now at least. So my top 3 favorite songs right now are Sicko Mode by Travis Scott, which I'm sure a lot of you guys know. Then my next one of my next favorite songs is Just Like You by Falling in Reverse. Great song. Absolutely fantastic song. And then got to find it real quick. Oh, that's right. Breathe by Breaking Benjamin. All great songs. And Breaking Benjamin's probably my favorite, like, overall band right now. Like, I love Breaking Benjamin and the way they still sound the same today as they did when they got started, 15 years ago almost at this point. Oh, it is banned. I don't understand why, Pancake. It's a very violent and brutal movie. So some of your guys' favorite movies. So we've got Chris is Shawshank Redemption, Ace Ventura for Mr. Exclusive. That's a good one. The Mask. That's actually is another good one. Die Hard. 7. Chris, I have seen 7. That's a good movie. Pancake asked if I've seen Final Destination. So I have, and I've actually seen every single Final Destination film. They kind of get a little repetitive, just like the Saw movies. But they're still good movies. I like Final Destination. AFF, we're right now. We're at halftime, so we're kind of talking about movies. So I mean, AFF, if you want to talk about your favorite movie, throw it out there. Chris, I have heard that. I've heard that it's supposed to be about like the life of Jesse afterwards. Oh, Jay Hart, I know what you're talking about. Lethal Weapon, classic, absolute classic. Pancake, I do like the Marvel movies. I'm a big fan of pretty much all of them. Hey, you know what? I'm going to throw a question to you guys because Doug just threw it out there. He said The Lion King is his favorite Disney movie. What's your guys' favorite Disney movie? Let's be real. We all like the Disney movies. Don't lie to yourselves. They're good. What's your favorite Disney movie? What's going on, Ander? Aladdin? Aladdin's a good one. Lion King, I mean, that's kind of one of the OG ones. Toy Story, I mean, I guess that's technically Pixar. You know what? Dang it, Pancake! Stop it! You stop it, Pancake. Lion King is a good one. Andrew, I am in the United Stand Discord. I'm a moderator on the United Stand Discord too, but I'm not in there right now. Like, obviously, I'm doing this. I've actually been waiting to see if they're going to go live because I know that Mark and all the guys they're at that event for the Munich Memorial. Man, I just don't get how Ethan Hamilton doesn't bury that. They just showed the replay of it. So my favorite Disney movie of all time was The Jungle Book. So The Jungle Book, when I originally saw that, my mom. So I saw it back when I was a little kid, obviously, but the Jungle Book, when I saw it for the first time, my mom told me about how I was like 2 years old, and when the little girl came on at the end, when I was like 2 years old, I got all like shy and I blushed a little bit and I sunk down. I thought there was one of those things I just kind of I got all cute about it when I was like 2 years old. Bambi's a good one. Chris, my favorite TV show. It's between How I Met Your Mother and The Office. I love both shows. Honestly, I mean, if you really wanted to get into it, I kind of have to list a top 5. My top 5 favorite shows are. I did like Cinderella, Pancakes. I did. So my top 5 favorite TV shows. I mean, it's in no serious particular order, other than the first 2, which are How I Met Your Mother and The Office. Then I would probably go with Scrubs. Then Breaking Bad. Last one's a tough one because there is so many good shows out there. Dexter's in there. Dexter could be right in there. Game of Thrones easily could be in there. Honestly, I'm going to say Game of Thrones. I really love Game of Thrones. Chris, I'll look and see if it's on here. Michael Hubbard, are you talking about the Jungle Book? I'm pretty sure they have the live action one on Netflix, right? Pancakes, have you seen Game of Thrones? Who didn't cry when Mufasa died, Doug? Let's be real about it. Who didn't cry? Jay Hart, you gotta watch all the Game of Thrones, man. It's so good. It's so good. I mean, Pancakes, do you like Game of Thrones? I mean, if you don't, that's okay. Like, I really love like the. I mean, I guess it's also because I also like Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. I mean, but I love the way that Game of Thrones is written, the music, like how epic, like it's an epic show. Chris, so The Wire's good. I mean, just it's not my top five. It's not my top five. I'm more of a fan of like comedy TV shows, anyways. Like so, the fact Sons of Anarchy, that's a great one too. I like Sons of Anarchy. Funny enough, I've been holding off on watching the last season because I don't want it to end. Yeah, that makes. I mean, Pancakes, that does make sense. But so, Doug, if you get the chance, you have to watch the American version of The Office. Steve Carell is absolutely hilarious. The first 7 seasons are really good, but I will say this: the last 2 seasons maybe aren't great, but there is still a lot of humor in it, and I like following the story of like Jim and Pam and Dwight, like because their story is hilarious. Jumanji. So did you guys see the new Jumanji, the one with The Rock and Kevin Hart, Jack Black? Parks and Rec is a good one too, Jay Hart. But so if you guys haven't seen the new Jumanji, you really have to. I love the new Jumanji movie. I thought it was Chris. Why was it horrible? I thought the new one because here's the thing: you accept it for what it is. It was just a funny movie. It was meant to be a funny movie. Have you guys seen they're going to be doing a new live action Lion King? Andrew, about Home Alone? I like the Home Alone movies. I like 1 and 2, but obviously 3. Get out of here with 3. Get out of here. So, Matt Marcus, yeah, the live action Jungle Book that they did was really, really good. But I'm going to be interested to see how the Lion King will work. Mr. Exclusive. Yeah, Jumanji as a kid, that was really scary. Jumanji was a terrifying movie. Okay, so guys, just so you know, everybody's back out on the pitch. West Brom are making a sub right off the bat. Hey, Matt Marcus, actually, I'm curious. Do you have MUTV? Just thought I'd ask. Tom Hanks, Robin Williams. Yeah, I completely agree, J. Hart. Tom Hanks and Robin Williams are absolute legends. So, guys, are there any movies that are? Which, by the way, just so you guys know, Manchester United just kicked off the ball. We've started second half. Looking good. Looking good. But is there any movies that are going to be coming out here soon that you guys are interested in seeing? Ooh. All right, guys, we're in here down the left. Good cross in. I think we're going to get a... Nope, goal kick. Oh, no, corner. They gave the corner. Man, Marcus, I don't know if you heard me or not, but I was asking if you've got MUTV. Ooh! How? How did it not go in? Guys, so Tahith Chong just put in a great cross, and Guy tried chipping the keeper from a little bit of distance, and it hit off the top left corner. And now there's a foul. Man, Marcus, if you ever want to join me for a U23 watch along, I'd be happy to have you. I'm going to start doing these regularly. This is kind of fun. I know Matthew was going to join me on this, but I just he wound up having some stuff happen in his personal life with his computer and stuff like that. So I feel bad for the man. He almost lost all of his like uni work, all of his posters, all of everything. I know, right, Marcus? Jesus. Thought the stream was for under 30s. So, I mean, Doug, I've been looking forward to seeing another Wreck-It Ralph movie. I think it's going to be good. I do. I mean, Chris, in fairness, I'm only under 23 here for another, year, basically. I'm only under 30 for another year. Wow, that just hit me. Jesus. Thanks for making me feel old, Jay Hart. I appreciate it, you jerk. No, Jay Hart, Matthew did back up his data. Thank God he did, at least for his posters. But he was worried for a second that everything got lost. Ooh, we're in here. Good ball in. Oh! So, guys, I mean, we barely missed a shot there. Buffon had a good little spell of possession, beat his guy, put in a good ball, but their defense cleared well. It's not very nice, Mr. Marcus. All right, guys, so we've got the ball back again here. We kind of got a little bit of a spell of possession, too. Just controlling the ball on the left-hand side. All right, here we go. We got a little bit of an attack in. Chong just got the ball. Oh, Chong mistouched it and it bounced off him straight to a defender. They're on a decent counter here. Of course I'm interested, Marcus. Come on now, baby. You know. You know. What's up? JR, there's always enough time for the 5-0 prediction. Man, we're dropping viewers like crazy right now. Went from having 11 to 6. That's okay. I'm happy to have my regulars in here. Now, Marcus, I don't think we can play that game. I don't think it's allowed. All right, guys. So West Brom, we've got the ball here in their own third. I'm sorry. I mean, in their final third. I'm sorry. Ooh, come on. Dang it. Tahith Chong just barely missed. Ooh, Tahith Chong. Oh, dang it. I thought he got it. I mean, Chris, in fairness, that's not a bad guess. I mean, 1-0. I was thinking maybe 2-0. I mean, with not having Greenwood or Gomez in this game, I thought that it was going to be a tougher game anyways. But I mean, West Brom just had a pretty decent attack. They hit the ball off of side netting. All right, guys, we were just about to start a counter, and Tahith Chong got fouled. So starting back up. Referee's having a talking with the guy too that made the foul on Chong. I think he's kind of giving him a warning, last chance, saying, "Hey, no more fouls." Man, this fog is crazy. We don't get fog in Arizona, guys. It's not wet enough here. Damn it, Marcus. All right, guys, West Brom have a bit of an attack here. They're at the top of the 16-yard box. Ooh, great save by Kovar. Great save by Kovar. I don't know who the West Brom attacker was there, but he made a great run in, and he barely missed putting it past the goalkeeper. I mean, barely missed putting it past the goalkeeper. Great save from Kovar. I mean, JR, that's fair. I mean, all right, guys, they had a corner. We just cleared it out. Another clearance from a good cross in from West Brom. We just cleared. Now we cleared it out deep. Heath Chong picked up the ball on a bit of a counter here. The Heath Chong's making a hell of a run here, guys. Right through the middle. That's a foul. That's a foul. Come on now. Yeah, they gave the foul. Oh, yeah, get out of here. All they can do to stop Chong, guys, is they can foul him. That's all they can do. AFAF, there is another live stream coming up. So I'm going to be going live basically immediately after this game with the homie, Ash Boyo. He's going to be on the live stream with us. And we're going to be previewing the Crystal Palace game. If De Gea leaves, who would you like to replace him and why? So, Doug, that's a hell of a question. If De Gea was to leave, which, God, I hope not. Yeah, Chris, Ash is coming on. You guys might know him from the United Stand podcast, Talking Manchester United, which hasn't been on in a while, but it's going to be awesome. Me and Ash are good friends. I enjoy talking to him. So it'll be fun to get him on. So, guys, we have a free kick here, and Chong's over the ball. Chong with a free kick in. Oh, no! Oh, man, that barely went wide. What a free kick. Guys, I'm talking he barely missed that top right corner. Holy Nikes. Sorry, I'm trying not to cuss, guys. I'm trying to get better at not cussing. I mean, he barely missed that top right corner. But anyways, so Doug asked who should replace De Gea if he leaves. The only person, actually, there's two people I would be okay with replacing De Gea if he was to leave, which please God, don't let him leave. We go, hold on, guys, we got an attack here. Buffon just, oh man. The Buffon mishandled the ball a little bit. West Brom are on the counter. This game's opening up right now, guys, because West Brom are still on the counter here. Nope, clearance. We got the ball, cleared it. So Jan Oblak is one of them, Michael. He's one of the people that. So Chris, if you want to watch the match, the only way that I know how to do it is through MUTV, and it's not super expensive to get it for the entire year. If I remember correctly, it's only like $29.99 for the entire year, and you can actually get it 25% off if you were to get it now through the weekend because of Black Friday. And then Donnarumma is the other one. Funny enough, Doug threw it out there. Donnarumma is the only other, like him and All Black are the only two guys that I would be okay with replacing De Gea. because, I mean, number one, Donnarumma is somebody that I think would be amazing to be able to get for, like, if De Gea was to leave. Young, really big guy. I mean, he's absolutely incredible. He really is. And, I mean, you're talking about a guy that could potentially be the keeper for the Italian team for a long time to come. Really? No? Okay, I was going to say they didn't give a foul there either. But, guys, we got another foul basically about 8 yards out of the 16-yard box. So, Neuer, I mean, listen, Neuer is somebody that I would never try and go after at this stage. I'd be looking for somebody like that's the reason why I think that Donnarumma is somebody that would be perfect to replace De Gea, because he's young. He's already got years of experience from playing. I think he'd be good. If our leaves, then Jose would be immediately fired. I mean, Chris, that's fair. That's completely fair. And by the way, I saw Pancake say that we're going to win at Anfield this year, mark his words. Pancake, I'm going to hold you to it. I'm going to hold you to it. But, I mean, Chris, I agree with you. If De Gea leaves, especially with Mourinho here, ball off the wall from Tahith Chong's free kick. They tried clearing it, but we're going to get the ball back here. Yep, to maintain possession, we're going to go back to midfield. Oh, no, West Brom picked up the ball. Hold on, West Brom are on a counter here. Okay, it's kind of slowed down a little bit. We can go back to talking a little bit for now. But yeah, so, I mean, Chris, I mean, while Mourinho is here, they have the same agent. If you're telling me that with the same agent that you can't manage to hold on to somebody that is with the same agent, you need to be fired. I already want Mourinho gone. But if you lose De Gea while you're here, you deserve to be fired. Just my opinion, though. Yeah, exactly, Jay Hart. I mean, Manuel like Neuer is he's not the same keeper that he was. We haven't beaten United since 2015, 2016 Europa League tie into. I mean, Doug, it has been a while since Liverpool have beat us. I mean, just so you guys know, Doug is a Liverpool fan, but he's a very honest Liverpool fan, which I respect. Well, guys, we're going to get a corner here. Nice, decent shot from. That's exactly what I thought it was Barlow. Barlow put in a good shot, but went off the defender and went out. We're going to get a corner. So here it comes. Here comes a corner. Let's see what we can do with it. All right, everybody's setting up. Ball played short to Heath Chong's got it. Good cross in. Oh, West Brom keeper picked it up easily. The club's ambitions aren't to challenge titles, then Jose Woodward Glazers should be made United fans. I mean, Chris, I actually completely agree with you on that. Like, if De Gea is leaving because he doesn't think that the club are going to match what he wants to do, I mean, let's be honest, he wants to win titles. He wants to win Premier League titles. He wants to win Champions League titles. And if Manchester United are not going to be the club to offer that, then we need to have a serious meeting. Like, the sad part is the only way for fans to really affect change, especially inside of something like this, would be fans would have to stop going to matches. Fans would have to stop buying the product. Fans would have to unsubscribe from like all the MUT stuff. They couldn't purchase memberships. Like, literally, the only way that a message would go across from the fans to the board would be we would have to literally boycott everything. And I just don't see that happening. Yeah, I mean, I was about to say you guys did beat us in preseason, Doug, but I like you. I don't think it counts. I mean, in reality, I mean, so Jay Hart said we'd have to do like an Arsenal fan TV move. But here's the thing. In order to truly affect change, like as fans, especially with a club as big as Manchester United, you would have to have everybody top down boycotting the club. You couldn't just have like a certain group. I mean, I guess if all the United fan channels came together, I mean, you could potentially do that. But at the same time, I mean, I don't see it happening. Oh, ball went off the ball. Oh. So West Brom just barely missed putting a good shot in. Guy put it off the bar. Really, really good attempt there from West Brom. Really great attempt. Oh, man. West Brom really were unlucky not to score there, guys. Really, really unlucky. Well, apparently there's a foul. They were kind of showing a replay, and there was a foul during that time, of course. I mean, Jay Hart, in fairness, there's a potential that I threw the stat out there on my Twitter. I've thrown it out here multiple times. But fun fact for you guys, in case you haven't heard me say it before, hold on, we got a good cross in. Roshan Williams cleared it with a header. West Brom got the ball back. West Brom are having a bit of spell of good play here, guys. West Brom driving. Okay, looks like it's kind of slowing down a little bit. So, from 9 games into the season, after 9 games into the season, Manchester United were over 7 points back, and they were in 10th place. No team in the Premier League era have ever come back from being more than 7 points back and 10th. And then no team, only Liverpool in 2004, 2005. Let me just double check on that because I have it written down in my little notebook here. For some reason, I'm not seeing it. But so anyways, Liverpool, I'm pretty sure it was 2004, 2005, was the only team to ever come back from being 10th, but they were only 4 points back. So, fun fact for you guys. So, basically, the odds would say that Manchester United are not going to come back and finish inside of the top 4. There's almost no chance of it. Yeah, I mean, just so you guys know, Tahith Chong got fouled pretty good. Guy got a yellow card, and Tahith Chong is still currently down. Now, it looks like he's kind of playing up to it a little bit, but I can't tell for sure. Yeah, it looks like Tahith Chong is walking okay now, guys. So Tahith Chong is okay. Sorry, guys. I wanted to make sure you guys got an update about Tahith Chong there. Yeah, seriously, Doug, avoid Europa League. So Chris was asking me. Chris, you said, Douglas, your song sounds like a song that is played in a funeral. Ours sounds like a song that might be played during an 80s party. I mean, are you talking about like our official song? I just want to make sure that I'm not getting it mixed. Yeah, I mean, Doug, I don't want Europa League at all, and the reason being is that I just don't even want to be involved in that competition. Okay, Chris, I think is what you're talking about. So, I mean, I know I like our song a lot, but the one thing I will give Liverpool some credit for. Now, I've seen different things about it. Ooh, T-Sean, good ball. Oh, okay. Nope. Barely missed Ethan Hamilton there. Ooh, damn. Ow. Guys, the ball kind of got kicked up really hard, and it hit one of our guys in the face. I couldn't see who it was. I'm pretty sure that it was O'Connor, but I'm not 100% on that. But it came up at him in the face hard. Ooh, yeah. But so the one thing I'll give Liverpool fans credit for, it seems like everybody sings "You'll Never Walk Alone." When I was at Old Trafford, not everybody was singing "Glory, Glory, Manchester United." Now I get that we also have a larger stadium and we have a lot more tourist fans that come in that won't know the song from start to finish. But I will say that I've seen pictures of people holding the lyrics to "You Never Walk Alone." So, yikes. But yeah, guys, I mean, I would never, like, if I had the choice, I will never go back to the Europa League. Ever. Ever. I'm actually just curious about something, guys. I want to see if I can't. Oh, I can still share it. Cool. Just real quick, I'm going to share the link again one more time, guys. Sorry, guys. So, yeah, I want to avoid the Europa League like the freaking plague. Like, it's absolutely, like, that competition was disgusting. Like, the way that we were basically, like, you could tell how tired we were for our games. And it's because Mourinho did, West Brom goal. Damn it. So guys put in a hell of a cross from the left. And then basically a guy came running in, free header. So 1-0 West Brom right now, guys. Yeah, I mean, literally just wide open free header. No defenders picked him up. Nothing. Abysmal defending that. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Well, I mean, we really got to pick it up now, guys. We're in the 70th minute. We've got to come back. Well, it reminded me of some Mourinho defending. Apparently, Mourinho is coaching the U23s on how to defend. I mean, Mr. Exclusive, I mean, that's really their first bit of, like, their second bit. That was their second bit of truly sustained attack, and they managed to get a goal from it. I'm surprised we haven't seen any Manchester United subs yet. It might be time to make a sub. Exactly, Chris. I mean, Chris said Europa League is second tier. We're Manchester United. We got a little bit of a sustained attack here, guys. We're just moving it. What was that pass, Buffon? Come on now. Guys, they're on a counter here. Guys get the ball on the right. And he's completely slipped. Completely slipped. And what was that? Another horrible pass from Buffon. Come on now. Let's go. Pinkish, that's it. I mean, going back to the Moyes times, I mean, I feel like under Mourinho, funny enough, and I don't know if this came down to Ed Woodward or what, but last season in particular, we really signed a lot, and I mean a lot of like young talent. I mean, people like Alou Traore. Yeah, I know it is Alou Traore. Like, I mean, we signed a lot of young talent last season, and all to like our U18 team. So it should be interesting to see what we will do with that. Yeah, I mean, Mr. Exclusive brings up a pretty decent point. There's rumors another Europa League by 2020 to include the lower teams. I mean, Jay Hart, that'd be fair. Like maybe do like a 7th and 8th place to do like a secondary Europa League. I mean, I think that'd be fair. Get more teams involved in European football, make more money. I mean, I'm never going to fault FIFA for trying to make more money. But so Mr. Exclusive said U23. If you haven't hit the heights of first team before 23, you're wasting time in a red shirt. Rooney, Giggs, Ronaldo, all 18 and under weren't in the U23s. I mean, you do bring up a decent point there, but I mean, in fairness, I mean, you look at the U23s right now, and I would say that the U23 is utilized very differently than it was during those days. But I think that this U23 team and some of our U23 team talent is like we have world-class talent in our U23. It's just a matter of them succeeding to their potential. Hey, Chris, I completely agree with you. Chris brings up an excellent point. He said, at the present time, I don't care about top 4. Either we challenge for the title or it's a failure. None of this celebrating just because we got top 4 crowd. I completely agree. We are Manchester United. We should be winning titles. That's what we should be doing. Completely agree. There will never be another class of 92 in our lifetime. I mean, Jay Hart, I wouldn't say never. I mean, you never know what can happen. But I would say it's highly unlikely. Ooh, to Heath Chong? Oh, man. So, guys, Ethan Hamilton, I think it was Ethan Hamilton at least. I think he put in a decent ball for the Heath Chong over the top. No, that was Durnley. I'm sorry, that was Durnley. Durnley put in a hell of a ball over the top for the Heath Chong, and he barely missed getting an opportunity on it. Guys, and that's the thing is that I saw a tweet yesterday. I forget from who, but somebody put it out there on Twitter that Mourinho's greatest success at Manchester United has been convincing the fans that the squad isn't as good as it is, and that we shouldn't be finishing as high as we should be. And I completely agree with that. I think Mourinho's greatest success at Manchester United has been lowering the expectations of the fans. Lowering the expectations of the fans. And that's absolutely disgusting. We're Manchester United. We should be competing for titles. Alex said we don't have to win every year, but challenge. And Mr. Exclusive, that's a great point. Because even Sir Alex, and like you just said, even Sir Alex didn't win the title every year. And that's not what us fans are asking for. We're not asking to win the title every year. All we're asking for is for entertaining football and to always be challenging for the title. We should be winning it. I would say, honestly, we should be winning the title once every 3 years. And guys, just so you know, West Brom had a decent counterattack there, but it wound up just kind of falling out. They had a decent chance to get a shot on goal, but they failed in getting that shot. Jay Hart says, I hate the Mourinho fans using the excuse that we are still building a team. It's been 3 years and $500 million. We are now 8th and 12 points from first. Amen, Jay Hart. Amen. I don't understand how people can still think. Now, and here's the thing. I respect everybody's opinion. I really do respect everybody's opinion. Oh, okay. Well, guys, just, West Brom did just have a decent counterattack there again. And guy had a decent shot, but put it directly into the keeper. Chris, don't be angry. I mean, hey, I'm on the Potts train. Come on now. I think I did a pretty good job of convincing him. I think Potts is the right man. I'm predicting there will be another class of 92 in 2021. I mean, it's not a bad prediction, Pancash. Sander flip-flops more than fish on dry land. I mean, hey, in fairness, I think that Sander was also trying to kind of respect me maybe as the host. I don't know. But I thought that I really do think that Pochettino could be the best manager for Manchester United. Just my personal opinion, though. Jose has lowered fans' expectations as that we expect under Jose. However, our ambition should always be to challenge. I mean, Chris, I completely agree. Our expectations should be to challenge for the title every year. Every year we should be expecting to challenge for the title. But ultimately, if we're playing a good brand of football and it winds up that, guess what? We challenged, but we didn't succeed. Because, here's the thing. Who can honestly say we should be proud of coming in second last year, being 19 points off of first? Nobody should be bragging about that. Nobody should be bragging about second. And here's another thing about Mourinho. This is where I get really frustrated, is he talks about how bad his defense is. He didn't change anything in his defense. He's playing the same exact style as last year. He's playing the same exact players as last year, and yet somehow his defense has gotten worse. Explain that to me. How is that possible? I don't understand, guys. Rumors circulating that Mark Hughes may well not have long to save his job with Jardim, one of the names linked to. Doug, I have heard that Jardim is linked heavily with that. So, yeah, Peg, that's something that's totally different. So, I mean, Jose talks about how he doesn't have the defense to attack. Well, guess what? If you don't have the defense to attack, the only thing you should be doing is attacking. Because that's what we've got. We've got an attack. That's all we've got. Hey, Chris, if you think Eddie Howe is better, that's totally fine. I would be fine with bringing in Eddie Howe. Just to me, I think that Pochettino would be the better overall manager. Just my opinion. Yeah, seriously, Michael, the three fingers thing did make me laugh. But just so you guys know, we're at the 79th minute. Right now, I mean, the ball, it's kind of just gone a little bit back and forth. West Brom have had a couple of decent counterattacks, but we haven't really had another shot on goal since we had that little chance for Tahith Chong about 10 minutes ago. So, let's see here. Eddie Howe's better. So, Jose can pull it out of the bag next year if he survives. The thing is, City destroyed the record with 100 points. Listen, Michael, I get it. But at the same time, look at what Mourinho has done. Look at during his time at Manchester United. Why is it that in his first season we did what we did? We won those trophies. We won I'm going to say 2 trophies. People like to talk about 3 trophies. He won 2 trophies in his first season. Hold on. Good counterattack, guys. Tahith Chong's got the ball. Driving in the box. Ooh, block shot from the defender. It's going to go out for a corner. Guys, that was a good counterattack. Tahith Chong leading the way with it. Sorry, guys. Anyways, but I mean, we should have. Listen, Michael, I get why people would say maybe we should have had the FA Cup last year, but end of the day, we didn't win it against Chelsea. So, but I mean, guys, we're in the 81st minute. There will be stoppage time. There's been quite a few stoppages in this second half, but we just made 3 subs. So Leo Connor just came off for George Tanner. Are they going to put everybody else up? So there's 3 substitutions that just happened. And right now, West Brom have got a defender lying on the ground. I don't know why. He's just like, I'm tired, guys. I don't want to play no more. All right, guys. Corner's about to come in. Corner kick off. Ooh. But anyways, but here, I mean, Jay Hart, that's fair too. He really did win trophies basically using Van Gaal's team. I mean, he did have Pogba, he did have Ibra. And here, I mean, let me ask you guys a question because we've got some time here left in the game. We right now have a bit of a sustained possession. Do you guys think that if Van Gaal had been given one more year and given Pogba and given Ibra, do you think his team would have succeeded? Do you think that Van Gaal would have succeeded with the team that Mourinho is given in that next year? I'm just curious. Just so you guys know, ball just went out for a corner. I think it was Josh. So Josh Boyd came onto the pitch and won us a corner. All right, play the kick short. Josh Boyd's got the ball. Ethan Hamilton's right now in the 16-yard box. Guys, looks like we're playing along this left-hand side a lot right now. So let's see here. To be honest, Moyes, Van Gaal, and Alex all had players in this squad that's two setbacks on top of old players. It will take Jose time that he doesn't have if he doesn't entertain. Yeah, I mean, Mr. Exclusive, that's a fair point. I believe LBG would have hit similar targets to Jose. I mean, Michael, that's fair too. If that's what you think. I have no sympathy for Jose. He is a disgrace. I mean, Jack, once again, fair. I mean, if that's what you think. Alex Ferguson beat Arsenal by using 7 defenders. He was the best. Yeah, Doug, very true. Very true. And Doug's Klopp fixed the key positions and he rated the backup squad. Yeah, I mean, there's another good part from Jay Hart. I mean, about Liverpool. Van Gaal's team won the game cup, which is a bigger cup. There's only 3 ways. I mean, yeah, guys. I mean, and here's another thing too. Do you think that Manchester United, and I'm talking about thinking about Manchester United, should we be bragging about winning the Europa League and the League Cup? Hold on, guys. We got a bit of a sustained attack here. Josh Boyd's got the ball. Ethan, I don't know what that was. Ethan Hamilton ball got tipped, and Ethan Hamilton tried doing a bicycle kick and just kind of fell on his back. Jose's got more time here than he had at any other club. So how much more time does he need? He's always been a short-term manager. So what's the point of keeping him here any longer? He has 0 long-term. I mean, Chris, great point. I really like that. Good cross. Oh, come on. Well, Josh Bowie's got the ball here. Played the ball off for a corner. Nope, never mind. Goal kick. Chris, absolutely not. Europa and League Cup are second-rate competitions that Fergie used to blood youth. Exactly. Not bragging, but it's meant to be a stepping stone for Champions League and title challenges. But Michael, to play devil's advocate here, why is it that in the second year then that we weren't truly challenging for a title? I get that Manchester City had an incredible year, but why didn't we do more to try and challenge for it with Mourinho? We had the players to do it. We really did. His advantage was heavily proven, but yeah. Jose kept and loves all the crap players, Lukaku, Matic, Fellaini. Yeah, I mean, Jack, everybody that it seems like the fans like are the players that Mourinho hates, and all the players that the fans hate are the ones that Mourinho likes, which is really weird. Hold on, guys. We got a good bit of attack here. Oh! I thought that went in. Ball took a deflection. We're going to get a corner here, guys. They thought about Fergie from 86 to 89. Then he won the FA Cup and only won the Prem in 92. I mean, and here's the thing. It's different in the modern era. We all know that. We all know that football in the modern era is so different. Played the corner short. Penalty. We got a penalty. Josh Boyd just won the team a penalty. All right, guys, here we go. Here's our chance to tie it up. Yeah, Doug, seriously, I mean that tells you everything about our squad, that you're hearing rumors about people like Rashford and Martial and, I mean, De Gea, about all of our best players going to bigger clubs, like the clubs that are bigger than us right now. That tells you everything you need to know. We have world-class talent in the squad, but they're not being nurtured to their fullest extent, which is also Jack, Angel Gomez is not playing. He is out of this match today. All right, guys, here comes the penalty. Josh Boyd is going to be the one to take it. Ref just blew the whistle. Here comes Josh. And it's in. 1-0. 1-0. Here we go. Josh Boyd puts in a good penalty. Goalkeeper went the wrong way early, and he literally just placed the ball into the other side. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. There's no defending Jose's performance since we haven't progressed from our first season, although in the second place. Yeah, I mean, Chris, exactly. Andrew and Ellie, the polls show that people know more about City than United. I mean, Chris, here's the thing. I mean, and you know this for living in the United States for as long as you have. I mean, people in the States kind of are more bandwagon. And so if Manchester United came good, everybody would jump on the Manchester United bandwagon. But what people know is because all these Chelsea fans that were here in the States, they've all became Manchester City fans since they've become really, really good. It's just the truth. Let's be honest, the only reason we finished second last season is because De Gea had a supernatural season. He was papering over cracks. I mean, so here, and Michael brings up a decent point that we only reinforce the squad with Fred. And listen, we brought in Fred and Delo, and I get that Delo is for the future. But I'm somebody that was of the opinion that if we weren't going to back Mourinho to the fullest extent, not give him – because let's be honest, we probably needed one more center back, and we needed probably one more attacker, like a right winger. But if we weren't going to give him everybody he needed, why didn't we just fire him? We should have just fired him. Yeah, and Chris, that's a great point. So people are more like, I find that true, that people in the States are more loyal to players than they are to teams, which I do find very, very interesting. Yeah, Michael, exactly. I mean, I don't understand why the board gave Mourinho the extension. Like, and we all know the reason why. It's because he was flirting with PSG. If he wasn't flirting with PSG, then we probably would have never given him the contract extension. Jack just said, I mean, we should have fired him. If you're either going to give the manager what he wants, and if you're not, then you should have fired him. It's exactly what Manchester United should have done. Is we should have fired him if we weren't going to give him the money. Decent free kick from West Brom, and we cleared the ball out. Damn, that was close. Yeah, Jay Hart brings up a good point. We've had like 2 clean sheets all year. I actually think we've only had 1 clean sheet, if I remember correctly. All right, guys, they have a corner right here. Putting in the corner, West Brom. Ball headed away, but West Brom still maintain it around their 16-yard box. I'm sorry, 18-yard box. 18-yard box. I apologize. And goal kick. Goal kick. All right. So, guys, we are at the 91st minute. We are in extra time. Ball played short to Ethan Hamilton. Things are going to get really interesting here down the stretch. Josh Boy's got the ball, and he loses it pretty easily, too. Damn. West Brom on a good counter here. Putting across. There's an argument for a penalty. Guys, their striker is complaining about not getting a penalty called. But, I mean, I'm about to see the replay. Nah, he went down way too easy, dude. Come on now. Yeah, way too easy. Guy barely even touched him. From the angles that I'm seeing, guys, the guy barely even touched him. Get up. Jack, I'm okay at football. I'm okay at the game. I mean, I didn't really play it much growing up as a kid, but, I mean, I'm okay at it. I want to try and find a group here that plays, because I would probably have a lot of fun doing that. Our clean sheets haven't been clean since Fergie left. Come to terms on a contract, surely. Oh! Sorry, guys. We put in a decent ball, but it was put wide. It looks like this game is probably going to end 1-1. Sorry, guys. I have to message Ash, who's going to be on the show with me here. I don't know about that, Chris. All right, guys. We got a throw in here. We're at the 94th minute. Only thing so they haven't put up the stoppage time either time. So I'm assuming that there's going to be 4 or 5 minutes of stoppage time here. All right, guys, we're on the attack here. This might be very well be the last bit of attack that either side will get. Tahith Chong's got the ball, plays it out wide. Cross is blocked, falls back to the midfield. Tahith Chong's got the ball, puts it out wide again. Durnley, we're about to hit the 94th minute. Tahith Chong's got the ball again. We're just kind of playing along this left-hand side here. Referee looks ready to blow the whistle. He's letting him play out this attack. Ball put out wide to the right now. Back to the middle. Referee's going to blow the whistle. Why didn't you guys even try for putting in a ball? All right, guys. Game ended 1-1. So goal scorer was Josh Boy on a penalty. But I don't understand what they were doing in that last bit of attack. Like, they didn't even try to put in a cross. They didn't even try doing anything. Very, very confusing. Very confusing. But, all right, guys. End of game 1-1. We're going to continue doing these. We will continue doing these. This was a lot of fun. So be sure to I'm actually going to be going live here in like 5 to 10 minutes with Ash. So be sure to catch our Crystal Palace preview. I'm excited to bring it to you guys. Ash is a great guy. I hope you guys all enjoyed this because we're going to keep doing them. So anyways, guys, happy to have had you here. Catch me over on my preview here, and it's literally gonna be 5 minutes. You can go over to the next preview. It's gonna be awesome. But I'm about to tweet out the link and everything. But thank you guys for joining me, all of you. God bless you guys. I love you guys, dude. Like, genuinely, I had a fun time doing this. So I'll see you guys in like 5 minutes.